Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to quickly talk about what will change with the enchantments. At the moment we are on the Somerset live server in Wolfhunter DLC, which will be released on Monday. They will kinda change a little bit, so just to quickly explain what's gonna happen. At the moment this stuff works like this. So on the back bar I have a weapon damage enchant, and on the front bar I have a flame damage enchant. Now I'm on the back bar, I apply blockade and I weapon swap. It actually procs the flame enchantment on the front bar. That's the Somerset live server. So you can see he's burning now. Traits are still gonna remain the same. You want to run double infused. And the builds, like, it's all on my website. You can find it there. So you see here, Fury Weapon, that's the Flame Enchantment and the Burning proc. That procced even though blockade is on the back bar. Now on the PTS. Now we're on the Wolfhunter PTS, and you see I changed enchantments. Front bar we do now have the weapon damage enchant, and on the back bar the flame damage enchant. And now what happens, I apply blockade, fire, and you see the flame enchant actually procs. So that's what changed. Now enchantments proc off the bar you applied them from, more or less. You see the Fury Weapon actually procced several times now. So we have this on the back bar, blockade of fire, and this keeps proccing the flame enchant even when we are on the front bar. That's why you want to swap those things around now. Otherwise, if you keep the flame enchant on this Inferno Staff of Mother Sorrow, it would only basically proc off light attacks and nothing else. So blockade is more reliable, it ticks every second, and therefore we kind of swap this around. So you want the flame enchant on the back bar. Now on the front bar it kind of depends. Weapon damage enchantment is in my opinion a safe bet. You could also run, if you're a solo player, for Maelstrom for example, you could run a shock enchantment, stuff like that. But the thing is, even with blockade, like, you cannot really decide, like, if there's several enemies, it's hard to decide like who it's gonna hit. So I do think the weapon damage enchantment is a safe bet, and that's why basically all my builds will follow this scheme for now. Flame damage enchant on the back bar and the weapon damage enchant on the front bar. Now how is it for stamina setups? For stem setups, you basically want to use on the back bar infused with poison damage. The reason why is pretty simple. Endless Hail is gonna proc the poison enchantment on the front bar, so it keeps actually proccing. That's why we swap it from the front bar to the back bar. Now on the front bar, offhand, you can run infused or precise. It's about the same damage, but we already have infused on most builds, so just leave it as it is with a weapon damage enchantment. And now on the main hand you want the Nirnhound weapon because you still get a lot of weapon damage from that. Now you basically have two choices. Either you run a disease damage enchantment, or you run an absorb stamina enchantment. Yes, it's magic damage, but the reason behind this is it deals about 200 less DPS than, for example, the disease one, but you restore stamina. So if you are struggling with stamina, then the absorb stamina enchantment is definitely the way to go, because it will make sustain a little bit easier. Now on a stamina Nightblade, probably disease the better choice, but most other setups I will go with the absorb stem enchant. The difference is really small, like I said. But for sure you want infused poison damage. Here, precise or infused with a weapon damage enchantment, and a Nirnhound weapon with an absorb stamina or a disease enchant. So that's the options you have. You could still run poisons if you want, but this is way cheaper to run and it deals the same DPS, so that's definitely a good option to have. Once again, all my builds will be updated for the Wolfhunter DLC. Other than that, there is not really a lot of changes. I optimized the passive section a little bit, and I also optimized the Maelstrom setups. Other than that, just make sure to go check them out on my website, link in the description below. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.